before we continue to the other publishing formats and destinations, we need to pause and talk about project info. This is one of Storyline's somewhat hidden windows and is not directly available when publishing to Review 360. To open it, select the three dots to the right of the course title in the top row of the Publish window. This will open the Project Info window. You are not required to complete this information when publishing. However, the data entered here is saved with the .story file and is also included as part of the published output. The purpose of this window is to provide additional information about the course. The window includes a series of text fields and drop-down menus: title, thumbnail, description, keywords, author, email, website, duration, date, version, and identifier. The title does not have to match the course title the learner sees on the opening slide or inside the LMS. This title is what will appear in the Storyline player and will also be used as the name of the published folder. This field is tied to the project title field in the Player Properties window, so any change made in one location will automatically update in the other. Directly underneath the title, you'll see the thumbnail option. When you select the hyperlink, Storyline opens a window displaying images of the slides in your lesson. You can then choose which slide should represent the course thumbnail. By default, Storyline selects the first slide, which usually contains the course title, so many developers simply leave the default selection. When publishing to an LMS or LRS, if the system supports thumbnails, this is the image that will appear in the learning platform. The description field allows you to provide a short summary of the lesson. This might include the course objectives, a brief overview of the content, the intended audience, or any prerequisite training. This information is passed to the LMS or LRS as part of the course metadata. Like the title field, this value is also connected to the description field in the Publish window, so updates made in either location will appear in both. Entries placed in the Keywords field are also included in the SCORM package. These keywords allow learners to search for the course within the LMS or LRS. However, because they are part of the SCORM metadata, they will not be indexed by external search engines like Google or Bing. The next three rows identify who created or last revised the lesson. The author field will usually auto-populate based on the information tied to the Storyline license used when the project was first created. In other words, it typically reflects the name of the person who originally created the course, or the template the course was built from. The next two fields allow you to enter the author's email address and website. If you are working as a freelancer or third-party developer, this information can be especially helpful when troubleshooting or maintaining the lesson later. If something in the course needs to be debugged or updated, the LMS administrator or training team will know who originally built the course and how to contact them. The next row identifies the course duration. The drop-down menu allows you to choose how the course length is determined. The default option is Calculate Automatically. When this setting is selected, Storyline reviews the timeline of each slide and calculates the course duration based on those timelines. When this option is enabled, the duration field will appear grayed out and cannot be manually edited. This automatic calculation can be helpful as a quick estimate of the course length, especially when determining whether a lesson may be getting too long and might benefit from being split into multiple modules to avoid cognitive overload. If you instead choose Custom, you can manually enter the expected course duration. The main difference between the automatic calculation and a custom duration is that the automatic calculation only considers slide timeline length. It does not account for the additional time learners may spend completing activities or interactions. The date field includes two options: last published and custom. If last published is selected, Storyline automatically inserts the date the course was most recently published. If you select custom, you can manually enter the date that will be reported to the LMS or LRS. If version control is important for your development process, you can use the version field to track major revisions or minor updates using whatever numbering convention your organization prefers. Finally, Storyline automatically generates a random alphanumeric course identifier. If your organization uses a specific numbering system for courses, you can replace the generated value with your own identifier.